Welcome to our English podcast, where we dive into the fascinating world of language with Master Common English Phrases. I'm Alex, your guide on this journey to unravel the nuances of everyday expressions. Together, we'll explore grammar and vocabulary topics, ensuring that complex words and notable grammar choices are briefly explained in line. This approach makes learning both engaging and intuitive, so sit back, relax, and let the calm ambiance of our virtual podcast studio enhance your listening experience. Whether you're a beginner or brushing up on your skills, this podcast is designed to build your confidence and improve your practical communication. Welcome to the podcast, dear listeners. I'm Alex, your guide on this journey through the fascinating world of English phrases. Imagine yourself in a cozy cafe, a place where the aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the soft chatter of patrons. The clinking of cups and the gentle hum of conversation create a warm, inviting atmosphere. It's here, amidst this ambient soundscape, that we begin our exploration. Let me share a personal anecdote. Picture this: a bustling networking event, a sea of unfamiliar faces, and me, standing awkwardly by the snack table. I was new to the art of small talk, unsure of how to navigate the social waters. My discomfort was palpable, as if I were a fish out of water. I remember trying to break the ice, meaning initiate conversation, by commenting on the weather. Classic, right? Yet, it felt like I was speaking a foreign language. As I stood there, I could hear the distant clinking of glasses and the murmur of conversations weaving through the room. It was a symphony of social interaction, and I was determined to join in. I asked myself, how do others do it so effortlessly? Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation, wondering how to make small talk without feeling like an imposter? In those moments, I realized the power of language to connect or disconnect us. Phrases like, make small talk, meaning engage in trivial conversation, are more than just words. They are bridges across the chasms of unfamiliarity. But what makes them so effective? The nuance, meaning subtlety, in how we use them. Understanding these expressions can demystify, meaning clarify, the art of conversation. It's not just about the words themselves, but the cultural significance they carry. In many cultures, small talk is a way to show interest and empathy, to be empathetic, meaning understanding, toward others. It's a skill that can transform strangers into acquaintances. Never have I felt so connected. Inversion for emphasis. Auxiliary plus subject plus past participle, as when I finally mastered these phrases. They became tools in my conversational toolkit, helping me navigate social gatherings with ease. If I were to advise, subjunctive mood for hypothetical. If plus, subject plus were to plus base verb, anyone on this journey, I would say, embrace the awkwardness. It's part of the process. So, dear listeners, what are your thoughts? How do you approach the daunting task of small talk? Perhaps you have your own strategies or phrases that you rely on. Let's unravel these nuances together, one phrase at a time. As we continue, we'll explore more idiomatic expressions and their cultural contexts, helping you build confidence in your language skills. Stay tuned, because next time, we'll delve deeper into the world of practical communication. Until then, keep listening, keep learning, and remember, language is not just a tool, but a bridge to understanding. The gentle hum of the virtual studio envelops me as I settle into my chair, the soft whirring of unseen machines creating a cocoon of sound. It's a cozy setting, perfect for diving into the intricacies of language. Today, we're unraveling the enigmatic world of idioms. An idiom, I explain, is a phrase whose meaning isn't immediately obvious from the individual words. It's like a secret code. Fascinating, isn't it? Let's explore a couple of these intriguing expressions. Take break the ice, for instance. It doesn't involve any literal ice breaking. Instead, it means to initiate conversation in a way that makes people feel comfortable. Then there's spill the beans, which means to reveal a secret. Imagine the chaos if someone took it literally and started looking for beans to spill. I pause, inviting you to consider situations where you might use these idioms. Picture a tense meeting where someone needs to break the ice, or a moment when a friend accidentally spills the beans about a surprise party. It's interactive learning, and I can almost hear the gears turning in your minds. Context, I emphasize, is crucial. Without it, idioms can lead to amusing or even embarrassing misunderstandings. I recall a story from my early days of language learning. I once used kick the bucket in a cheerful context, unaware it meant to die. The looks I received were unforgettable. Sharing this anecdote, meaning story, brings a personal touch to our session. I reveal my past struggles with idioms, hoping to create a relatable and encouraging atmosphere. Language learning is a journey, and I've stumbled along the way too. I encourage you to practice incorporating idioms into your daily conversations. It might feel awkward at first, but with time, it will boost your confidence and fluency. Language is a living, breathing entity, and engaging with it actively is the best way to learn. As we wrap up, I leave you with a warm, reflective note. Continue exploring the richness of language, and don't shy away from making mistakes. After all, it's through these missteps that we truly learn and grow. Hello, dear listeners. I began, my voice warm and inviting, setting the tone for another engaging episode. Welcome back to our little corner of the audio world. Today, we're diving into the fascinating topic of formality in language. I paused, letting the gentle hum of the virtual studio fill the space between words. There's a dichotomy, meaning division into two parts, between formal and informal speech that can be quite intriguing. Imagine, if you will, the difference between a bustling cafe and a quiet office. In the background, I layered sounds of clinking cups and muted conversations, painting an auditory picture of a lively cafe. In such a setting, your words might flow freely, colored with casual expressions and laughter, I explained. Now contrast that with the serene hush of an office, where every word is measured, precise, and formal. I shifted gears, offering practical phrases for formal settings. In a business meeting, you might say, "I appreciate your insights," or "Could we explore this further?" These phrases convey respect and professionalism. On the flip side, when you're with friends, a simple, "That's awesome," or "Let's catch up soon," suffices. Encouraging my listeners to engage actively, I suggested, picture yourself in these scenarios. Practice switching styles to suit each context. It's like having a wardrobe of words, each suited to a different occasion. A chuckle escaped me as I recalled a personal story. There was a time when I completely misunderstood a formal phrase, I confessed, adding a touch of humor. I was at a conference, and someone said, "Let's table this discussion." I thought it meant to dive into it immediately. Imagine my surprise when everyone moved on to the next topic. The anecdote served its purpose, drawing a smile and perhaps a knowing nod from my audience. Language can be tricky, can't it? But that's what makes it so fascinating. I leaned into the microphone, inviting my listeners to share their own stories. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation? I'd love to hear about your experiences with language formality. Send them in, and let's build a community of shared learning. As I wrapped up, I used a bit of advanced grammar for emphasis. Never have I seen inversion for emphasis, auxiliary plus subject plus past participle. Such enthusiasm for language learning as I do from all of you. The episode ended with a subtle hook, a promise of more intriguing discussions to come. If I were to choose subjunctive mood, hypothetical situation, a favorite topic, it would be the nuances of language. But we'll save that for another day. With that, I signed off, leaving the airwaves open for the next adventure in language exploration. As I settle into the familiar contours of my virtual studio chair, the ambient hum of the equipment surrounds me. It's a comforting sound, one that resonates, meaning echoes, through the room, blending with the distant murmur of city life. I take a deep breath, letting the warmth of my voice fill the space as I begin to share my story. Welcome back, everyone. I say, my voice steady yet inviting. Today, I want to take you on a journey, a personal one. It's about my own struggles with language learning, a path fraught with self-doubt and eventual triumph, meaning victory. The soft rustle of my notes accompanies my words, a subtle reminder of the preparation behind each episode. I recall those early days vividly. There I was, a young student, staring at pages of foreign words that seemed to mock my efforts. My initial attempts were clumsy, my confidence fragile. Never have I felt so misunderstood. Inversion for emphasis, auxiliary plus subject plus past participle, as when I tried to express myself in a language not yet my own. Yet, through persistence and a willingness to embrace my imperfections, I began to see progress. Each mistake became a stepping stone, meaning progressive steps toward fluency. I pause, letting the image of a path laid with stones settle in the minds of my listeners. The city outside hums gently, a reminder of the world beyond these walls. I know many of you are on similar journeys. I continue, my tone empathetic, meaning compassionate, and I want you to know that it's okay to stumble. It's part of the process. I lean forward slightly, as if to bridge the distance between us. Let me share some strategies that helped me overcome language anxiety. Visualization, meaning mental imagery, is a powerful tool. Picture yourself speaking confidently, engaging in conversations with ease. Positive self-talk is equally important. Remind yourself of your progress, however small it may seem. The gentle breeze from the open window carries a salubrious meaning, health-giving quality, suggesting calm and reassurance. I hope my words convey the same to my listeners. Mistakes aren't failures, I emphasize. They're opportunities to learn, to grow. If I were to start again, subjunctive mood, hypothetical scenario, I would welcome each misstep as a chance to improve. I pause, letting the weight of my message sink in. Remember, I say softly, language learning is not just about words. It's about connection, understanding, and finding joy in the process. The episode draws to a close, and I offer a heartfelt message. Keep going, I urge. Persist, find joy in your journey, and know that you're not alone. We're all in this together. As I sign off, I feel a sense of fulfillment. The virtual studio fades into silence, yet the echoes of our shared experience linger. And somewhere, perhaps in a distant city, a listener finds the courage to speak up, to embrace their own path with renewed confidence.
Thanks for tuning in to the English Peak Listening Podcast. We're glad to be part of your English learning journey, from beginner to advanced. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, share, and leave a review. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and see you in the next episode.